Hey guys, welcome back to the CuléPodcast. Welcome back to another match reaction. Barcelona 2, Las Palmas nil. Barcelona get the victory tonight over Las Palmas in what was a very difficult match, a very hard fought match. Barcelona did not have it easy whatsoever facing Las Palmas. They made it very, very difficult for us. And Barcelona, with the goals of both Dani Olmo and Ferran Torres, they get the victory, and we remain at the top of the table. With Atletico Madrid beating Valencia and with Real Madrid playing Girona tomorrow, Barcelona, they had to continue with that winning form, and they have done just that, and that's the most important thing. Tonight, it was more about getting the result than rather, showing a very, very good performance, and we're going to be talking about the players because not everyone performed great. There were some instances where you're saying, hey, Barcelona did not show their best level, but I want to take away the key insights, which is Barcelona. They get the 3 points, and we just move on. But looking at the lineup that Hansi Flick he did opt to go for tonight, he had Chesney in goal, Balde, Pau Cuarci, Eric Garcia, and Jos Kunde in the back line. I think everyone in the back line overall played really well. Everyone was putting in a shift. I thought Pau Cuarci was absolutely phenomenal on the night. And I say this time and time again, guys. Pau Cuarci, for his age, is playing at an absurd level. Pau Cuarci, super hard to beat down. The amount of times that he was able to get out of the pressure, find a pass between the lines, it was just absolutely crazy. And he was also partnered alongside Eric Garcia, giving some rest to Inigo Martinez, looking at how he's coming back from injury. In the midfield, you had Marc Casado starting yet again, which I thought he played really well. Pedri alongside him. Midfield, brilliant. I thought that pairing played really well tonight. And up top, you had Rafinha, Fermin Lopez, Lamine Yamal, and Lewandowski. And you can see that Lewandowski and Fermin Lopez did not have the best of games. And I agree, Barcelona first half, they were relatively flat, unable to create chances, unable to cause danger to Las Palmas. And you were thinking, hey, is Barcelona going to have enough in the second half to score a goal or make things difficult for Las Palmas? And it wasn't until the 62nd minute when Dani Olmo he came on for Fermi Lopez, in which he was able to have an impact into the match. You had a Lamine Yamal, another Lamine Yamal assist, which now he is the player with the most assists in La Liga. Give a pass to Dani Olmo, and Dani Olmo, fantastic 1-2 in order to beat the defender, and then finishes in the bottom. In the top left-hand corner. It was an absolutely brilliant goal from Dani Olmo, and you saw the impact that he did have in the second half when he was able to change Barcelona's outlook from that first half. Because, as I said, it was relatively flat. If Barcelona they were able to keep the same momentum going, then we most likely wouldn't have seen the positive result that we did get towards the end of the match. But what's up, NJ? Welcome to the stream. Always good to see you. What did you make of that Barcelona performance as a whole? I know that our first half it wasn't that great, but we did bounce back in the second half, and we were able to get the goals needed for the 3 points.
I guess overall, it was okay, I guess, because again, first half, for some reason, we forgot how to play basic football. Like we were making like passes that, not getting from the other team players. It's like we're making simple mistakes, we're like making ourselves having a hard time for no reason, to be honest.
Yeah,
Then,
yeah.
then second half we were able to like change it, because they decided to like, because again, because of Danny Olmo coming from the bench, it changed the flow of the game for us, which is yeah, basically
Absolutely.
overall out of 10, I was a 7 out of 10, to be honest.
7 out of 10. I completely agree. And at the end of the day, not every single game, as we talked about in the game against Rajo, against these teams, these teams who are in like the bottom half of the table, which Rajo they're not, but they've been a team
Knocking, they're
yeah,
knocking there.
who's been around that area for most of the time. They're not going to make it easy for Barcelona, and these are the type of games in which titles they are won or lost.
Yeah.
And Barcelona, at the end of the day, they get the 3 points, and I think that's the most important thing. Very
And
similar to
also,
the
and
to,
also
to the
at this,
Rajo game.
sorry to interrupt, but also at this point now, we're in the season where like it doesn't really matter if we play beautiful football, we just have to get all the results now.
Yeah, yeah, one
It'd
hundred
be nice.
percent.
It'd be nice if we play beautiful, but again, we can't really play beautiful football compared to the game today, right? We can't really play beautiful football because it was hard for us to win. So
Uh huh.
at the end of the day, we have to win no matter what.
In the first half, you saw how Barcelona they were, I would say, really predictable. Because
Hmm.
ESPN they brought up a graphic on the screen, and they were basically mentioning the amount of attacks that Barcelona had on each flank. In the middle, it
Yeah.
was like 4 attacks. On the left hand side, four, and now on the right, it was zero. So if Barcelona they're not attacking on the right hand side, they're going to be focused very centrally. You saw Rafinha and Lamine Yamal both tuck inside, and they made Barcelona very difficult because then Las Palmas they said, okay, fine, you want to attack through the middle and not attack through the flanks, then fine, we'll just put bodies there and make it really difficult for you to attack, and that was the outcome of that. And it wasn't until in the second half when Hansi Flick was able to identify the problems, which credit to Hansi Flick, he understood, hey, the team isn't playing well. I do need to make some changes. He brought in Dani Olmo, told Lamine Yamal and Rafinha, hey, stick out wide, and that's where Barcelona they got their goal.
Yeah. Like Dani Olmo, yeah, but I thought this is a game changer, man. Fucking
Yeah,
hell, bro. Bro, the
one
goal
hundred
they
percent.
scored, yo, is sick, bro. I'm like, yeah, bro. We're lacking that kind of a skill set of a number 10, bro. He was needed for sure in that
Yeah.
game.
No, absolutely. Dani Olmo, when fit, is absolutely fantastic in that number 10 position. But it's about keeping him fit and being able to play, a lot of minutes,
Yeah. I
and
feel
that's
like
the
next
biggest
season
issue.
though. I feel like next season he will be fully fit because because of how what he's gonna change his diet, his exercise, and everything, right? So
Yeah.
I expect him to be healthy next season, fully next season.
Absolutely. Hopefully, those studies that Barcelona are making him undergo are able to produce results, and
Mm.
being able to find how to best personalize the training and the fitness and the
Yeah.
nutrition for a
Next
player
season,
such as
yeah.
Dani Olmo.
For next season, 100% he will be healthy.
Yeah, and he was the man of the match, and rightfully so.
Oh yeah,
See
hundred
the
percent.
fixtures of Barca in March. Okay, yeah, I have it right here. So Barca's next match, guys, is going to be against Atletico Madrid in the Copa del Rey. Then we play against Real Sociedad in La Liga. But then we have the Champions League. First away at Benfica Stadium, back in La Liga against Osasuna. Benfica at home in the Champions League, away to Atletico Madrid in the Wanda, and you finish off March with a game at home against Girona. It's going to be, I would say, a relatively moderate fixture list. There are some very tough teams in there. The games against Benfica are not going to be easy. The games
Yeah,
against
you're
Atletico
right.
Madrid are not going to be easy. But you do have Real Sociedad at home, Osasuna at home, in which you expect Barcelona to make rotations for those games.
And the best part is that everybody's clicking right now, and everybody's like, trying to score their own goal in a different way now. So which is perfect for us because everybody's on a roll.
I'm super, super surprised that Barcelona are only going to have enough 2 days of rest. No, basically like one day of rest because they play Sunday and they play on Tuesday.
I
That's
mean,
ridiculous. How is this like what type of a fixture list is this?
it's been like that though. It's been like that for many years. So normally, like around March, that's where it's the most busiest month of football.
No, I completely agree. But NJ, we have one day of rest.
I mean, it's part of. I mean, that's a price that we have to pay. For going ahead of the tournament. It is what it is. That's why we have. That's why it's a good thing that our squad players are stepping up. It is what it is. But it's been like that for decades, for many years in the past. Bro.
I expect heavy rotations in the game against
Oh yeah, 100%.
Osasuna.
Yeah, it will be a heavy rotation. It's
Yeah,
gonna be well
like
balanced. So it's
heavy.
like I feel like everybody everybody will play, but not 90 minutes. Everybody will be subbed off in the second half, or vice versa.
Even then, against Osasuna, I play Araujo. I play Eric
Oh yeah,
Garcia.
for
I
sure. Yeah,
play Gerard
yeah, for
Martin.
sure.
I play Hector Four. I play Marc Casado if he's not going to be playing. I make
Yeah,
huge rotations for that lineup.
yeah, man. And but again, if we can overcome this, and then we should be able to win everything. To be honest.
Who was the player of the match? The player of the match was Dani Olmo. Dani Olmo at the end of the match, he was given the MVP award, and rightfully so. He got the goal
Yeah,
that opened up the game. Barcelona they did improve in that second half
yeah.
through that goal,
I
and
can't lie though.
yeah,
The back four was the MVP as well, because of that. Because
yes.
bro, Eric Garcia and Kubarsi were doing a lot of work in Kunde as well on the defenseman.
I would absolutely say that, when you look at how well they were performing, the amount of times that they were able to block shots and,
Yeah.
basically defend really well. It was something to applaud. Pau Cuarci, the amount I saw 2 or 3 times where he was able to give like a pass first time that broke the lines. I'm thinking,
Yeah.
wow, wow.
Yeah.
And you have to give credit for that because Las Palmas they did pull up on pressure. They did try
Yeah. They did.
to make things difficult for Barcelona.
Yeah, Eric
One hundred
Garcia did
percent.
really good. But again, when people will say, "Oh yeah, it's a pen," it wasn't really a pen because he hit Eric Garcia's back though. It wasn't in his
Yes.
hand.
Yeah, yes. So NJ, you
Yeah.
basically jumped because I was just about to talk about that. But
Oh,
what did
okay,
you
my
make
bad.
of this instance right here where Eric Garcia, he does give away a penalty. It does hit the back of his arm, but do you think that they should have been awarded as a penalty? I don't think so.
No, because the thing is, it hits the upper above the elbow. That's not a penalty if it hit above the elbow normally. But if it hit the lower elbow, like from lower elbow to the hand, then that's a penalty. But
Okay.
but yeah, but it didn't hit the lower elbow. It hit the upper elbow, so it's not a penalty.
Yeah.
And also when you look at the way Eric Grayson was already in motion, he can't really control that.
In my opinion on this instance right here, this angle right here, when you look at it, it does appear to hit like the back of his shoulder, and I
Yes,
thought the
yes,
same thing.
yeah, yeah. It
The
looked like
angle that
yeah,
in which the referee were looking at, it does seem to hit his arm, but the thing is, it's preceded first by an offside. Right here in this image, you can see that the player,
yeah.
all
Obviously,
basically all four of the Las Palmas players
yeah,
are offside, are in an offside position. VAR, first of all, it's crazy that the semi-automatic doesn't even catch this, and the referee has to go to VAR in order to see
mm,
this. First, the Las Palmas player is offside, but then there's a handball preceding the Eric Garcia handball from another Las Palmas player, so the player who actually managed to take the shot. Let me see if I can find. I think it was Suarez. I think Suarez,
yeah.
He it hits his hand, and
Yeah,
then
it has
he
to
is
end
able to take
first.
the
Yeah,
shot.
yeah. Yeah, it's like he hit a header, then he hits on. But again, in your opinion, though, if it wasn't offside, was it a penalty though?
I need to see the angle again because one angle it shows that it is, and the other it isn't.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
it's a little bit
But it hits
confusing.
back though. When I saw it, cause one of the viewers in Eunice, Barca React said, like, I was there, right? Someone told us like yeah, it hit Garcia's back first, then it went to his arm or shoulder. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's not really a pen though.
Yeah, I completely agree. Completely agree. What's up, 24K? Good to see you, man. What's good, bro? Been a minute. Absolutely. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you yet again. John says, we lost to Osasuna in the first leg due to heavy rotation. That is true. That is true. However, looking at how Barcelona's fixture list is so congested in the month of March,
It's gonna be
guys,
different this time. It's
yeah,
gonna be different.
we have to make it. We have one day of rest between the two games. Barcelona they play on Sunday and we play on Tuesday. We only have Monday to rest and
I mean, yeah, when you look at
get,
it, it's only
and basically
March
recoup
though.
the players.
It's only March that's gonna be the hardest schedule for every club, anyways. And
And one thing that was different, I'm
mhm.
sorry to cut you off, NJ, but one thing that
Yes,
is
you're right.
different is that the squad is much healthier now. Barcelona, they have a lot more
Yes,
options. We
yes,
don't have to bring
yes.
on a Seri Dominguez, for example, to start. We can start Araujo, in the midfield. You don't have to bring on, a Paulo Torre. You can bring on a Frankie de Jong, for example, a Marc Casado. Barcelona, they have more options. But
Yeah,
continue on, continue on.
yeah. To be honest, like again, for the March, if we're able to like win all the games, we're gonna win. We're not gonna fear nobody because again, as you said, there's a one game where there's only one day rest. But again, after we overcome that, we will be good for the rest of the season, bro. Because again, we're gonna be back in the normal scheduling where 2 3 days off after that. It
Yeah,
should be all right.
yeah. 100%. What's up, Van Lee? Good to see you, bro. Welcome to the stream. Flick's birthday is on Monday. Great win for him. Loving his proactive subs second half of the season. Yes, this is something that I do want to give praise to Hansi Flick because whenever the team isn't performing well, he is not afraid to say, hey, you know what, Fermin,
Yeah,
the bet is, it's not working. Let's see how we can change things up. I love that proactive mindset from Hansi Flick. You want to get ahead of the problem. You don't want to have it where, hey, it's the 60th minute, it's still not working. Where you could have changed it in the 45
Yeah.
and been able to have more time in order to change the situation. Van Lee also says, I'm warming up to the Luis Diaz signing. Okay, interesting. We will basically have two Rafinhas on the pitch, one left foot, one right foot. This system starts with energetic pressing forwards. All right. NJ, what do you make of the Luis Diaz signing?
I mean, he's a decent player, and I don't mind getting him to be honest. Compared to like a layout, to like the 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 Doku, whatever they say, yo, bro. Yeah, I'd rather take Luis Diaz. I don't care if he's 28, bro. It doesn't matter if your age, as long as you can, help out, you will be be playing. To be honest,
And I mean, Van Lee, I actually really agree with you. I think that that Luis Diaz signing could be very similar to Rafinha because I would say there are two players who are very fast, very energetic. They're very similar type of profiles and builds. But the
Mm.
one issue that I do have is the signing. It would be very expensive.
I mean, everybody's
Um,
expensive nowadays. I mean, come on,
true, true.
would you pay? Wait, how much would he cost though?
I mean, Liverpool, what they paid 75, 80 million for him.
Okay,
So I
so
mean,
question though.
you'd be looking for the same amount of money or a little bit
So
more.
so let's say if Luis is cost 80 mil, who you buy? Luis Diaz or Leao on that price? The same price.
Same price?
Yeah,
Ooh.
like a fixed 80.
A fixed 80, I'm tempted to go Leao, but I know that Leao is going to be costing more, so I'm inclined to go Luis Diaz. I'm inclined to go Luis Diaz.
No, tell me you're not your Leo fan yet, bro. Tell me.
No, 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 no. Like just looking at Rafael right now, just
Yeah,
I've been I share the sentiments that, or share the concerns that you have in regards to him.
yeah.
He's very inconsistent, but at the same time, he can win you games. And his signing is way too expensive. AC Milan they're going to be asking for a fortune, and I'm not in agreement with that. Just as simple as that.
I mean, yeah.
But 24K is, I don't know about you guys, but the commentary was really on Lamine Jamal's body language, saying he's having issues. What do you think about him today with his behavior?
He didn't really play that good, to be honest. He did again for a 17-year-old. It happens, but again, yeah. I feel like he's too with Lamine. I think he was just too in high level.
Well, Angie, you were cutting out right there, but
Oh,
I'll step in. In regards to Lamine Yamal, I do think that you are seeing some fatigue. You aren't seeing the best level from Lamine, even though he did get an assist. I do think that
yeah,
Hansi Flick he needs to rotate him more often instead
yeah.
of maybe taking out Robert Lewandowski for Ferran. Maybe you take off Lamine
And
Yamal and you bring
also,
on Ferran more often.
yeah, and also when you look at his decision making, sometimes not accurate. Sometimes he just he gets too greedy sometimes, man.
Yeah,
Mm.
I think that's just him being a youngster, him not
Yeah,
still being relatively new to the game of football, even though he's one of the best players in the world. But you did have this action which I've already seen people cry on social media saying, "Oh, it's a penalty." It's not a penalty. There was a
it's
Las
not.
Palmas player who was offside right
Even if
before,
it's not offside,
so
it's not a pen though. Even if it's not an offside, it's not a pen.
okay. But then you had Ferran. You had Ferran
That
score
goes
in the
sick.
dying minutes of on the match. Absolute
Yeah,
banger,
that goes a
an assist
banger,
from
bro. Like,
Rafinha.
oh my days. It's perfect, bro, having Ferran right now. But yeah, when they complain, oh yeah, Ferran only has purple patch. Yo, I don't mind having as long as the purple patch is around March or April. Yeah, I'm all in for it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, right now, Ferran, he's being such a valuable squad player. And if I'm Hansi Flick, I'm looking, hey, bring him on more often, give him more minutes. This goal where he was able to beat Sillerson, with
Yeah,
like near
that's
post,
hard.
yeah, it's hard. And he was able to put some very, very, power, very good power behind it, able
Yeah,
to beat Sillerson. And he basically sealed off the win. I would
yeah.
definitely be open to having more minutes from Ferran, giving rest to Rafinha, giving rest to Lamine Yamal, and giving rest to Lewandowski. I think that's going to be key.
Would you start him though for the couple there against Atletico or coming from the bench?
You know what? Looking at the fixture list, you bring on an interesting point. Looking at these matches, I'm saying, hey, you know what? I think it would be a gamble for Hansi Flick to start him on Tuesday against Atletico Madrid, but I'd start him against Real Sociedad. I'd
Okay.
start him against Osasuna. I'd start him against Girona, and I'd be giving him maybe 10 to 15 minutes
For
against
each,
Atletico Madrid,
for each,
even
yeah.
yeah, or maybe even 30 in each of these matches. I think
Okay, yeah,
Ferran has to be
yeah,
involved in
that
every
makes
single
sense.
game.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. What you said, yeah.
Precisely.
Or would you start him in the first game though? At the first leg, then second leg you bring up in the second leg from the bench.
You could do
Would that
that.
make sense? Yeah,
You could do that definitely for sure. Just looking at how the game goes
mm,
and just looking at how Atletico Madrid, they operate, you could opt for some mobility in that front line.
yeah.
That's absolutely the case. And guys, I want to talk to you guys right now about some quotes from Dani Olmo, the man of the MVP. Let me see if I can find those quotes because I just had to refresh it. There were quotes from Hansi Flick and Marc Casado. Let me see if I can find it. Right
Yeah,
here, he says,
I'm okay. You go ahead, go ahead.
no, right here, Danny almost says, Las Palmas, complicated rival. We had patience to secure the match. We want to keep winning. We depend on ourselves. Hansi asked me to do what I always do, connect with Pedri, Lamine, Robert, and Rafa. And Hansi Flick, he says, we played well. We won by 2 goals. It was difficult, but we're glad to have 3 points. And that is what you take away from the match.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, Angie, you want to say something?
yeah, man. Yeah, man. With Dani Olmo, I thought Dani Olmo was the best signing that we had though. I was happy that we got him this summer than Nico though, because I knew that Nico wasn't ready yet for us. Because again, okay. Imagine if he had Pablo Torre and Fermin just the season. You know how much you're gonna be so mad at them for not
For not
doing the
finishing their
chat.
chances?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
Good thing we
understandable.
had. Yeah,
But closing the Ferran Torres this discussion because he did
yeah.
show up in the match in the limited minutes that he did have. There's
Hmm.
a stat that's saying that Ferran he has scored 6 goals in 320 minutes for Barcelona in 2025, meaning he's scoring 1 goal every 53 minutes, and
Yeah,
that's all coming as a substitute.
yeah.
Impressive
Like,
from Ferran.
yeah. I'm like, even if he doesn't score, you see his impact when he plays, by pressing, trying to make create for the players. This is a different pair on it, which I like, because Flick is using him properly now. Unlike the other coaches that like made him play a right wing, left wing. I'm like, yo, he's not a winger. He's more like a
Yeah.
backup at best, but a super sub for us. Look at him now. I don't listen. We don't mind, right? That he has a purple patch for this month or the next 2 months. As long as he wins us games, we're good. He
Precisely.
can,
Precisely.
yeah,
Uh-huh. And I want to give a shout out to Chesney because I did see this.
yeah,
11 matches, 0 defeats. Barcelona, basically perfect under Chesney in goal. And Chesney looking better and better with each
yeah. I told you,
passing
man.
game.
He just need a game time to get back to this glory days. Look at him now. He's learning as well how to play super keeper as well. You see him many times. He's better now with his passing. He's better than his reading the game now.
Absolutely, absolutely. But all right, NJ. Any final thoughts to take away from this match? Looking ahead potentially towards these next couple of games, like how do you think that this game could play in the grand scheme of things, or do you just think like me, where it's like, you know what, it wasn't a great Barcelona performance. We get the 3 points. Let's just move on.
Yes, that I agree with you. Then also, the more we score more goals, the more Rugby wins. Our confidence will go high, and we'll become more like a better unit moving forward. Suppose that.
Okay. Okay, simple as that. But all right, guys, that was it for the match reaction. Hopefully, you guys did enjoy. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. What do you guys
Yeah, your
make
facts
of
though,
the?
Bentley. Facts, Bentley. Ferran, Brahim, but doing more than Brahim this season.
Yeah, that's true.
Facts.
But guys, thank you guys all for watching. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below in the comments. What do you guys make of the match? Who caught your eye? Who performed well? Who didn't? And I will be back tomorrow with some more, reaction, talking about the, Hansi Flick's words and some of the other words from the Barcelona players. Now, as always, guys, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. I'll see you guys all in the next video. Peace out, guys.
Wow.